Hello, how are y'all doing today? I am going to show you a little bit on guitars. This is more like an intro. I'm not showing you the basics and tunings of strings yet in this video. First, a thing I want you to do, I want you to ask yourself, this is if you don't have one yet. Do you want to play electric or do you want to play an acoustic? Now, the big difference in an electric and an acoustic is an acoustic guitar, but I don't have one with me to guide you. I'm sorry, but I will get one soon for reference. But your acoustic guitar, but both of them have 6 strings. An acoustic has 6 and an electric has 6, unless you go get a 12 string or something like that. But the standard, you're going to have 6 strings. That they both have in common. But your acoustic guitar has no guts in it. It has no electric components, no knobs, no nothing like that, okay? Now, it's meant to be play on the go type of thing. Say you want to go, you're at a friend's, you're all having a campfire, you want to hit some strings. You can pick up your acoustic and you can go sit out there and you can play and play. And you don't have to have an amplifier or none of that form, because they're hollowed out inside of them. They're usually about that thick. They're hollowed out, and they give an amplifier sound out of them, so, but it's not going to sound the same as an electric without an amplifier, because an electric is full of guts, electronics, components, knobs. It has all that stuff in it. Like this is an electric, right? It has all this stuff built in, your volume knobs, tone knobs, your adjusters for different tones. Now another thing is all these little lines right here going straight across. Them are called frets, okay? Oh, sorry, let me back up a little bit. These is something an acoustic doesn't have. These are your pickups, okay? Some of them have 2, some of them have 3, some of them have 4, some of them have one little box pickup. And a lot of guitars vary, they're not all the same. These are what amplify your sound from the string. When it hits on these little pieces right here, it amplifies the sound and it brings it through to this amplifier right here. Electric guitars are meant to be played on amplifiers, alright? And mine has a little wah-wah on it. Can't hear it, but it's pretty much, it's supposed to have a knob that comes out, and you could do like that with it, and it gives you a wah-wah effect through it. It's pretty cool, but I just don't have one on there. Alright, these frets, okay? Each fret on each string gives a different sound between each one on each string. Alright? And this is dirty. I should have cleaned it off a little bit. I just got this guitar recently. It's not bad. When I say you have your 6 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these are fret markers pretty much. That's what I call them, fret markers. They pretty much are for guidance, so you don't have to sit here while you're playing and count your frets, trying to hit each note. You can remember where these are, and it helps you, like 1, 3, 5, 7, just like that. And another thing is, if you want an electric, I would say an electric is meant for more, if you have smaller hands, you can reach across the fretboard a lot easier. And now on acoustic, the strings are much thicker. The fretboard is a little wider, thicker, and you have to apply a lot more pressure to an acoustic guitar string than you would an electric. Which I would say, if I was starting off and beginning, I would get me an electric. But then again, if you start off on an acoustic guitar learning, going to an electric would be much easier to play. But it's all up to personal preference. But me personally, I started on an electric guitar. These right here, these change the tune of your string. These are your knobs, your string knobs. Alright. You have your knobs, you have your frets, your volume knobs, and that's to change the depths and different sounds of tuning. Like you want it deeper, you can go lighter in the more of a more treble tone or more of a bass tone. And it changes the harmonics and everything throughout your pickups, the power, it changes all that stuff in these little things right there. Alright. And you have your input jack. This is meant to plug in straight from your guitar. Get my cord here. Straight from your guitar into the amp, into the input jack on the amp. Okay. Now there's many different amps out there. There's many different guitars out there. I would say it's all personal preference, but if it were me, I would go, you can go to Walmart or something and you can buy a beginner set for really cheap. That's what I would do instead of going and spending a lot of money on, you know, an Ibanez or something, or BC Rich, or whatever you know you've heard of as high names out there. There's a lot of good ones. It's a journey trying to find one that you enjoy and the sounds that you enjoy that come out from each different one. Now, like I said, each string gives a different sound between each fret. Now, and the harmonics is another thing. It's very, very delicate too, the strings on an electric. You can barely just and you have a sound coming out. They're very, very touchy. But again, it depends on how good quality of a guitar, and the pickups is what matters. The pickups. Some of them are really, really strong. Alright? Each string, like I said, gives a different sound. Open, all of them open. That was on one string. You could get 100 different tones off of one string. I'm serious, you can get so many tones. Turn this off here. I'm not really going to jam out for y'all in this video right here. I'm going to save the good stuff. So again, before I go into the basic tunings and stuff like that on the next video, you need to ask yourself, do you want an acoustic or do you want a guitar? And if you already have an electric guitar and you've been sitting around practicing, the tips that I would give you right now is practice finger placement. Getting your fingers, say you want to hit this fret on this string, practice hitting that fret on that string without hitting the other strings, unless you are trying to hit other strings. But I would do one string at a time until you can get a good feel for it without hitting the other strings. That is what's tricky. You know, practice your placement, your style, you know. But that's it for this one. Again, electric or acoustic. I started off on electric, like I said, and I feel like that was the best route for me. I've been playing since I was probably 14, and I'm 31 now. But I've been playing off and on over the years. It hasn't been solid, you know, every day for years. You know, everybody goes through stuff in life and whatnot, and you can't just play all the time, you know. Anyways, the next video I'm going to make is going to be basic tunings and setting up your strings and how to get the standard tunings. So thank you all for watching. I hope what I'm explaining to you is making sense. I'm trying to break it down the easiest way possible because I want you to learn. If you're watching this, then that means you obviously want to learn guitar, and I'm going to try my hardest to help you do that. So thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for my next video. It's going to go into more details. Thank you.